Time will tell if there is one or anything like that. I've been given no details on that front.
Jason Kelce just accidentally leaked Taylor and Travis's wedding secret, and Travis's Christmas sweater might be the boldest move yet. You won't believe what he's hinting at. But before we get into it, make sure you're subscribed to VIP Celeb Zone so you never miss the hottest celebrity tea. Now let's dive in. The Taylor and Travis universe is giving us full-on rom-com chaos, with a dash of holiday magic thrown in for good measure. So here's the tea. Jason Kelce just dropped what might be the most accidental wedding hint ever. Apparently, Taylor and Travis could be skipping one of those big, traditional wedding moments. And honestly, when you're them, who says you have to play by the rules anyway?
I'm involved, I'll be happy to be, and I'm just happy for those two.
The Taylor and Travis universe is giving us full-on rom-com chaos, with a dash of holiday magic thrown in for good measure. So here's the tea. Jason Kelce just dropped what might be the most accidental wedding hint ever. Apparently, Taylor and Travis could be skipping one of those big, traditional wedding moments. And honestly, when you're them, who says you have to play by the rules anyway? Then Travis takes it to the next level with the cheekiest Christmas sweater you've ever seen, and fans are convinced it's a direct nod to Taylor's spiciest song about him. Like, sir, subtlety? Never heard of her. But wait, there's more. Swifties are spiraling because Taylor might have just thrown some shade at Joe Alwyn in a documentary that's now going viral. The kicker? She was hyping up Travis and his superstar energy while doing it. The contrast is, well, let's just say it speaks volumes.
Travis is just very comfortable with, conceptually speaking, a big life, because he has one.
Magic thrown in for good measure. So here's the tea. Jason Kelce just dropped what might be the most accidental wedding hint ever. Apparently, Taylor and Travis could be skipping one of those big, traditional wedding moments. And honestly, when you're them, who says you have to play by the rules anyway? Then Travis takes it to the next level with the cheekiest Christmas sweater you've ever seen, and fans are convinced it's a direct nod to Taylor's spiciest song about him. Like, sir, subtlety? Never heard of her. But wait, there's more. Swifties are spiraling because Taylor might have just thrown some shade at Joe Alwyn in a documentary that's now going viral. The kicker? She was hyping up Travis and his superstar energy while doing it. The contrast is, well, let's just say it speaks volumes. Meanwhile, Taylor's out here spreading serious Christmas cheer at Arrowhead. We're talking handing stadium workers some generous holiday cash. Because when Taylor shows up, everyone wins. And if you thought that was sweet, eagle-eyed fans caught her low-key hiding out with the Chiefs wags, fully embracing that football family life. But here's the moment that'll make you melt. Travis just revealed his Christmas gift for Taylor, and it's adorably specific, a bread slicer for her sourdough obsession. Forget diamonds, this man knows the way to her heart is through carbs.
I will say one of Tay's favorite gifts that I got her was the bread slicer.
Okay, so Taylor and Travis's wedding is basically being run like a top-secret CIA operation, the kind where even the group chat gets left on read. Everyone's desperate to know what's going down, but these two are keeping things quieter than a phone on 1% battery in a movie theater. But here's the thing, a tiny breadcrumb just dropped, and guess who let it slip? Travis's brother, Jason. And listen, Jason has that lovable energy of a guy who could accidentally spoil the biggest secret ever and then hit you with the most innocent smile you've ever seen. So Jason shows up on a morning show recently, and naturally, the conversation steers straight into wedding territory. The host asks him the classic question, are you ready to deliver that best man speech? Do you even know what you'd say yet? Pretty straightforward, right? Except Jason basically shrugs like he's being interrogated by the FBI and goes, I know nothing. Please don't arrest me. And then, here's where it gets interesting, he casually drops a hint that the whole best man thing might not even be happening. Like, picture this, a wedding with no official bridal party lined up in matching outfits, trying not to sweat through their suits. Jason said something along the lines of time will tell whether there's even a best man or anything traditional like that. And in celebrity speak, that's basically a megaphone announcement. Translation, Taylor and Travis might be taking that classic wedding rulebook, tossing it straight into the fireplace, and roasting marshmallows over it while it burns.
Time will tell if there is one or anything like that. I've been given no details on that front. However, I'm involved, I'll be happy to be, and I'm just happy for those two.
And honestly, that totally tracks. According to insiders, the wedding planning is super balanced, no main character energy, no one dragging the other through cake tastings against their will. It's apparently more like a chill partnership where they're both equally involved, making decisions together, and actually enjoying the process. Now, while the wedding details stay locked up tighter than Fort Knox, Travis is over here on Christmas Day basically sliding a spicy Taylor Swift reference down the chimney like Santa with zero shame. Yep. The Kelce brothers posted a holiday pic for their New Heights podcast, and it was the kind of subtles that feels like wearing neon in a library. Travis is posted up against a bright red background, Jason's got green, and they're both rocking matching Christmas sweaters with trees knitted on them. But here's the thing, these are not your wholesome Hallmark pine trees. Jason's sweater features what looks like a cute little Japanese maple with string lights wrapped around it. Very I bake cookies and respect quiet hours energy. Travis, however, his tree is a towering redwood with just a single star on top, which is basically the fashion equivalent of a wink, a nudge, and a you know exactly what this means. The brothers captioned it with a festive shout out to their fans, but people clocked the real meaning immediately, because the whole thing screams reference to Taylor's track So High School. Wait, no, actually, we're talking about one of her spicier songs that had everyone clutching their pearls when the album dropped. The song became one of the most talked about tracks because it didn't just compliment Travis, it basically gave his manhood its own MVP trophy, a parade, and possibly a statue outside Arrowhead Stadium. The lyrics get, how do we say this politely? They get very enthusiastic about Kelce anatomy, with Taylor dropping metaphors that are less poetic mystery and more them, this is a Wendy's. And that sweater choice? That redwood isn't just a tree, it's a billboard. With that same chaotic energy still in the air, Swifties are now zooming in on a moment from Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour documentary like it's the Zapruder film, convinced she just served Joe Alwyn a little side of shade with her praise for Travis Kelce's giant, loud, stadium-sized lifestyle. The clip going viral has Taylor talking about how Travis is comfortable with the idea of living a big, public life, because in her view, he already has one. And listen, she didn't have to say anybody's name for the internet to start doing backflips.
Travis is just very comfortable with, conceptually speaking, a big life, because he has one.
Fans immediately took that as a sneaky little comparison to Joe, since he's known for his acting work and keeping things more low-key. Meanwhile, Travis is basically a walking megaphone of fame, football, and weekly millions watching pressure. And the way Swifties are reacting? Absolutely unhinged in the most entertaining way possible. People online are treating that one comment like a MIC drop that bounced, rolled, and knocked over a whole shelf of ex-boyfriend ego. Fans are joking that Taylor didn't just move on, she upgraded to someone who can actually handle the volume of her life without needing a nap in a quiet room afterward. Others are basically translating her vibe as, finally, a partner who gets the chaos, the cameras, the constant noise, the expectations, and the fact that my casual outing still looks like a presidential motorcade. Of course, the Joe talk pops up fast because their history runs deep, years together, music collaborations under that famous pseudonym, even awards attached to that era. But the internet is not here for nuance when there's shade to be detected. Some fans read Taylor's comment as her acknowledging that Travis understands her level of fame in a way her previous partners didn't, because he's also performing on a massive stage all the time, just with shoulder pads instead of sparkly bodysuits. And while Swifties are still dissecting Taylor's big life comment like it's a final exam, she's at the Chiefs' Christmas Day game proving the only thing bigger than her fame is her tipping game. Seriously. Taylor rolls into Arrowhead on December 25th, cheers for Travis like the ultimate supportive fiancé, and then basically turns into Santa Claus with better hair and a platinum credit limit. She didn't just smile politely from the stands, she actually went around thanking the stadium workers who were stuck clocking in on Christmas, like she was personally running HR for the holiday shift. And the wild part, she wasn't handing out candy canes or thoughts and prayers. She was handing out straight-up cash. Real money. The kind that makes you stare at your hand like you just got accepted to Hogwarts. One stadium worker, Robin Gentry, shared online that Taylor came up with Travis, wished her a Merry Christmas, thanked her for working the holiday, slipped something into her hand, and then vanished like a festive celebrity fairy godmother before Robin could even reboot her brain. Robin said her mind basically blue-screened in the moment. Relatable. And when she finally looked down at what she was holding, it was $600. Not $60, not a coupon for merch, $600 actual dollars. Like Taylor said, Happy Christmas. Here's a utility bill and a half. Robin reportedly got so emotional she immediately cried, especially because she'd just dropped a ton of money buying gifts for 8 kids. 8! That's not a household, that's a small basketball team. And according to sources, Robin wasn't the only one feeling like she just won the holiday lottery. People are calling it a real-life karma moment, Taylor literally making the whole stadium shimmer, but also making the staff's wallets shimmer too. And if you're thinking, okay, but maybe this was a one-time Christmas flex, nope. This is just Taylor being Taylor. Since Taylor's basically been in full festive mode, fans now swear she also pulled off a stealth mission at the Chiefs' glam Christmas party, like she's playing celebrity hide-and-seek on expert level. A group photo popped up from the team's holiday celebrations, and Swifties instantly went into detective mode, spotting Taylor tucked in the background with the Chiefs' wags, casually posted up near Brittany Mahomes like it's just another Tuesday and not a scene that would crash the internet. The funniest part? Everyone's dressed up looking fancy, but Taylor's outfit is basically a mystery because she's standing at the back like no paparazzi angles for you. Sources think the pic might have been from December 5th because the same outfit shows up on Charia Gordon in a TikTok from that night, which is honestly peak modern journalism. Forget timestamps, just follow the TikTok fit check trail. Meanwhile, the football side of this rom-com keeps chugging along. Travis, who's 36 and still taking hits for a living, stays pretty tight-lipped about what's next. His contract runs out after the season, and he's been giving the classic "I'm considering all options" line, which is athlete speak for "please stop asking me while I'm still sore." The next big clue could be whether Taylor shows up for the Chiefs' road game in Las Vegas, since she hasn't exactly been a regular at away games lately. And if you needed even more proof this whole situation is basically a Hallmark movie directed by Chaos, Travis has now revealed his most romantic gift for Taylor, a bread slicer. Not diamonds, not a jet, not a handwritten sonnet. A kitchen tool that says, "I support your hobbies and also my own stomach." Travis brought this up on the family podcast while chatting Christmas gift ideas, and he sounded extremely proud of himself, like he just invented love in appliance form. Apparently, Taylor has been deep in her sourdough era, like, truly living her best cottagecore life but with a superstar schedule, baking loaf after loaf until Travis is claiming he's got elite gut health thanks to her doughy blessings.
One of Tay's favorite gifts that I got her was the bread slicer.
Oh, nice.
Because she's been throwing together so much fucking sourdough. Gosh.
And Taylor isn't just baking for fun, she's baking like it's a competitive sport. She's been experimenting with different flavors like blueberry, lemon, and cinnamon swirl, basically turning her kitchen into the tastiest chemistry lab on earth. Even funnier? She's reportedly been workshopping a special funfetti sourdough for Jason and Kylie's kids, because those little ones love anything rainbow and sprinkle related, which honestly sounds like the best kind of chaos. Taylor apparently texts her friends offering bread like it's a full-time side hustle, asking for feedback, comparing rises, and falling down sourdough blog rabbit holes like the rest of us do with true crime podcasts. And that's where we're leaving it, folks. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Taylor Travis universe, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment telling us what you think about that bread slicer gift, romantic or ridiculous. We'll see you next time.